let's get started. Yeah, let me introduce myself before starting the class. So this is Naga. You met Shiva Naga, and yeah, you can call me Naga as well. I have completed almost 15 plus years experience in IT. I started as a ETL developer, then moved to ETL tester, testing lead, developer lead, and then architect, MDM, uh, MDM developer role, CA developer role, HANA modeling. So data engineering, data governance, data quality. So not many different roles I have performed. So currently working with one of the MNC company in Pune. So I have started online teaching since 2010, almost 12 years completed. And since this, I mean, I'm with Radical since 2013 when I was in Pune. So that's how this experience teaching as well as experience my IT. I will give you the real-time examples, whatever I have faced in my projects, and I will give you, most of the time tasks only, which are assignments to you. So make sure you are completing the tasks so that you can continue with the next topics. Okay, what happens if I miss the class? You would be getting the recording, but however, the assignments are important. Usually, we have Monday to Friday classes. Yeah, then Friday evening I will share the assignments. Then what happens? You can work on Saturday, Sunday, and you can ping me whenever you have uh, doubts or issues. We will be creating a WhatsApp group, so you can connect me over the WhatsApp group, and then we will continue with the fixing the issues, so that you can learn very practically. Don't think that yeah, we don't know anything, so how can we get the assignments? That's what I start with basics, then I continue with the very moderate things, yeah, and then very little complex things, yeah, performance tuning, everything we will discuss. So I will share this documents and soft copies, and even I will give you the how to install Informatica and what are the requirements for that. So these things we will discuss whenever get the topic comes, yeah. So let me share my screen. Hope you can see the screen. Yeah, hello.
Yes, Shiva, able to see the screen.
All right, great.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
okay, great. So the basic points to learn Informatica Power Center. So this is the one which is the tool, Informatica Power Center 10.4 version. So latest version is 10.5.1. This is 10.5.1. So this is the latest version. Yeah. Right now the software is not available, but most of the time, you can see 10.4 and 10.5 both are same. But yeah, some of the cloud computing techniques are added into the 10.5. Okay. So 10.4, we have the software available and we work on it. Okay. And whenever the new topics or new software come, is available for download, you can start downloading it, and I will let you know how to install it. But right now we have 10.4. To learn this Informatica, you need to know very basic thing is SQL, basic SQL. Yeah, if you already have PLSQL, SQL, and that would be good. But if you want to learn Informatica, very basic SQL is required. Okay, if I don't know SQL, what to do? You can learn Informatica. Doesn't mean that you need to mandatorily get the SQL done. But actually, if you learn a basic SQL, that would be good for your Informatica learning, and it is easy to learn. Coming to the topics, we start with data warehousing concepts. One second. Yeah. The topic is data warehousing concept, and then what is data warehousing? Because why would we need it in our learning? usually when you go with ETL, then definitely your interview questions are data warehousing concepts, very basic thing. So we will learn that it takes a couple of hours of a couple of classes, complete the data warehousing concepts, where you can see a star schema, snowflake schema, and what are the different types of schemas you have, and tables or different types of measures or dimensions. What are the uh, basic things for project for a data warehousing? So those things, I will explain, and I'll give you the assignment to create a data model with respect to your project which you are keeping in your resume. For example, you are interested in banking. Yeah, I will guide you how to create a data model for the banking. Yeah, if you're interested in telecom, or if you're interested in sales, so it depends upon the domain type. I will guide you how to get the fact and dimensions. That would be your project. A basic project means when you go with the interview, you can explain that way. Okay, you don't know any project. You're very say, we are not aware of anything. That's fine. I will give you one project that you can just keep on using that in your resume. Okay, because when we go with Informatica interview, they start with SQL, they start with data warehousing, they start with somehow basic Unix commands, yeah, Linux commands, and Informatica technical things. So the combination of this four would come under Informatica interview. Okay, so be ready with your uh, resume preparation. Yeah, that's I will guide you how to do that resume preparation and what type of project you're interested in, what type of data model you require. So these things, definitely uh, I will let you know, and yeah, I will guide you. So once the data warehousing concept is completed, we will go with Informatica architecture. So server architecture is there. Of course, I will give you the idea about what is the project architecture, how to connect to the softwares from the project point of view and from our landscape. How can you do that? So these things, we will start with that. Once we start this architecture, we complete this, and we start installing Informatica in your laptop. Okay. So I'm using Informatica 10.2.0, and you can also install 10.4.0 otherwise. So for that, you need 8 GB RAM in your laptop. Okay, if you don't have 8 GB RAM, for example, you already have only 4 GB RAM, then is it okay to install 10.4? I recommend you to install 10.2, because if you don't have high performance RAM, if you install higher version of Informatica, that would hang up, or that would hang your Informatica or your laptop. Yeah, so please make sure, depends upon the RAM type, you can go with that. Let me go this way. So to install Informatica, what is the minimum requirement? 8 GB RAM and 50 GB hard disk, preferably C drive. So if you don't have a space available in C drive, just make sure you're copying the data from C drive to some other hard drive or your D drive, yeah, or else your external hard drive, yeah, you can do that. So make sure you're just keeping the 50 GB available in your C drive. Otherwise, when you install Informatica, it would be falling under D drive or E drive. That would be causing as some environment variable issues, some other network, some other kind of technical issues. So we don't want to see those things, because those are part of administration. We are the developers here. We will learn Informatica administration, part of our development, not into the deep dive of pure administration. Okay, installation, configuration, everything you can see. Yeah, development we are more focusing. Okay, so that is how the agenda is. Partially administration. Most of the time we have developer tasks. Okay, so yeah. So any questions so far? Topics are databases and concepts, architecture. In the time, we will install the Informatica software. Database and concept, post this one. Before this database and concept, you need to know basic SQL. Prerequisite. I can give you the documents, but yeah, you can also go through the Oracle website, get the SQLs. Yeah. So how to practice it? Yeah. At the time of installation of software, we have the Oracle software. We will install it. Okay. So that you can practice on database as well, parallelly. Okay. And why would we learn? Because I told you, right? So this is because of interviews. So they don't simply stop no asking only Informatica. They have a database, they have a data warehousing concepts and basic Unix commands and Informatica. So the combination of four, then you would be getting as an interview. Okay. So be confident on the interview. Of course, that can be done once you start practicing. Not only listening the class and just keeping away from the practice. That won't help you. You must have to do practice every day. So on Friday evening, I will give you the assignments. So Saturday, Sunday, you can start practicing on the assignments. So daily practice plus assignments. That definitely will help you to crack the interviews in your near future. Okay. So to install Informatica, you require 8 GB RAM and 50 GB hard disk in the C drive. This is for 10.4 version. Yeah. Right. So any questions so far?
No, you can continue. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So once we complete the installation architecture, we will go with Informatica developer things. Of course, basic administration, which we call it as is the security tasks and how to create users. Yeah. So what is the basic architecture of at Informatica level? How to configure those things? Yeah, we will learn that. So basic, and then we go with Informatica development tasks. What are those? So here in Informatica, what is usually Informatica stands for? Informatica is a corporation, but it has multiple tools and in fact different products. So out of that products, you have the ETL, you have MDM, you have B2B, you have Power Exchange. So lot many products are available with respect to Informatica. So Informatica own ETL most of the time, and then later they have acquired the different things, in different products. Yeah. So they acquired Hyperion, and they acquired some of the other tools. And now Informatica is working with the Salesforce. Means Salesforce has some 51% stakeholding with Informatica. So most of the time you can easily connect with the Salesforce from Informatica Cloud to Sales Cloud, like that. Yeah. So other development tasks here. So we start with the source, understanding source. What is source? Where we are reading the data. What is the basic funda for reading data? Why would we need it? Because whenever you start with any data, you'd like to process to some destination. So we need a pipeline between your source and target. That's how the ETL. So for example, you're getting some transactional data. Okay. assume that it's in a CRM or SAP, yeah, somewhere in another database, SAP or Oracle CRM. So SAP stands for SAP is an ERP. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning, and the CRM stands for Customer Relationship Model, which is these are all ERP kind of thing. What is ERP? Enterprise Resource Planning. Why would we need this ERP? So SAP is a company, software application program. Yeah. So this particular tool or this particular company has invented the kind of an ERP system where you can, transaction can be easily captured at the back end. So, for example, when you are paying the bill, yeah, uh, through online, that will be captured back end. And front end, they have a UI, so they can easily work on the table. They can the customized data is there, customized tables are there, or inbuilt tables are there. So, business would be easy when you work with SAP or any ERP. Okay, so it is user friendly with respect to customer as well as the business. That's how the system and the program and the product. Okay, because the business is easy, then why would we need data to be moved to other destination thing? Because in any platform, you don't have any customizing reports. So because once you load the data, you want to get the report. That report can be done with the help of a warehouse or with the help of some reporting tools. To achieve that, we need a pipeline, a middleware between the SAP ERP and the database so that the database can be migrated or can be used for the reports. So this is the one ETL. ETL stands for extract, transform, and loading. So it can extract data from multiple or different kinds of source systems. That could be anything. You can use database, a flat file, or ERP, anything you can use. So you can get the destination thing with the customizing formats. For example, in SAP, you have customer ID as some KNNR, customer column name. No one knows this unless the business people. But whenever you want to send the report to the customer, what do? You just make this as a customizing as a customer. So you just map these things by using ETL. That's what we need ETL to process data with a customizing format. If you don't have it, the backend people has to understand easily, and then the front end people or business people or our customers, they need to train. They need to get the training on that. What is my column name or what is my understanding? Because end of the day, you need a PDF report, right? So that report, when you see the report, can you see the KNNR there? No, you don't. Usually, you can see dear customer. Yeah, you have this ID. Yeah, it's a masked ID, some XXXX, some 1234 like that. Then this is the credit card statement, and you can see the PDF report. So to achieve that, the backend things are happening. It is not a 1 hour task or 1 day task. It's a project. Getting data from different source systems, integrate. I'm talking about integration also. Yeah. Integrate the data and then move the data to a destination target. So Informatica is the one which is most reliable on data integration part, not only ETL part. So it is meant for ETL, but now it can do integration with other source systems as well, not only database or platform. Okay, that's how this is. The main backend or the main intention of the ETL is you can read data from any kind and you can post into the any kind. Also, you can connect to the on-premises to cloud, cloud to on-premises. That's what the Informatica is still surviving in the market. Yeah, yeah. You can ask me any questions if you want. All right. Okay.
Naga, I have
I
one
think,
doubt. Actually, oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
I am hearing mostly star schema, snowflake schema. So, uh, where that concept also coming under this data warehousing concept, right? Star schema and
Yes, yes,
snowflake.
yes.
Uh,
Correct. Inside the data warehousing console, you get it.
okay. What is the star schema and what is the snowflake schema?
Uh, Star is actually denormalized data. Snowflake is having normalized data in a simplest way. Yeah, I will explain in detail. We start with what is the purpose of Star and what is the purpose of Snowflake. So these things, I will explain in detail. Mostly we use in project level Star, and whenever business required, and we go with Snowflake. Yeah, but yeah, definitely it's little early to explain these things because we haven't started the topics. Definitely, I'll explain. No problem. Okay, but just give me some time. Whenever the topic comes, I'll explain these things, including your types of dimensions, types of facts, little theoretical way with real time examples. And whenever whenever you go with the banking, or whenever you go with sales, or whenever you go with insurance, different types of domains. So I'll give you one examples, at least one example for each domain, so that you would be connecting with the project. Then when you go with interview, that would be easy for you. Okay. So there is a basic funda for ETL. That's what we are still working as a ETL. Then when you go with Informatica interview, before going that resume preparation, don't simply add as a ETL developer. There's a new thing came into picture, which is data engineering. Don't ever say you're working as a ETL expert. Yeah, you can say we are working as a data engineer. Yeah, though you have a role of software engineering, that is your designation. Designation doesn't mean that you cannot work on data engineering. Designation is something called company or employer is giving. For example, when you go with the software analyst, a system analyst, you get the different kind of designation. Yeah, yeah, but that the designation is for the employer point of view. But whether your tasks or your assignments are different, your project would be different. So you are working as a data engineering. You need to mention that as an ETL expert. Like that, you need to mention the resume. Otherwise, nowadays, shortlisting would be a little difficult because the technical things are changing. Yeah, and definitely, I'll guide you how to do this in your resume. But I'm just giving you a heads up. You just need to mention as a ETL developer as data engineering. You can mention that. Yeah, or data integration team. Okay. All right. So, any questions before moving to other topics? Okay. So, I take it as no questions. So, once you have this source data, then you have the target, which is the database, or your flat file, or your any other destination thing. Yeah. Usually, most of the time we work on as database and flat files. So, once you load this data, that's what the ETL data engineering team will do, reading the data and loading the data. And between that, they apply the business logics. Technically, functionally, they call it as business logic. Technically, we call it as transformations. In Informatica, or most of the time when you go with any tool, so we call it as transformations. The entire thing, we call it as mapping. It's collection of your source, target, and transformations, and you build a mapping, a pipeline. We call it as mapping, technically Informatica level. So once you have all these things, you can start executing, and that would be your data loading process. Okay, so once data is loaded, then definitely you can connect with your destination team or target team or your testing team to validate the data. Okay, we have loaded the data to your testing purpose, so you can just revalidate those. So there is a data quality team, or data validation team. Sometimes you can say ETL testers. Means post loading the data from your source to target, you would require a ETL tester. So whatever the development you are doing, whether that development is completely fulfilled or not, ETL tester will take it. Okay, so this is how the basic things. So ETL development, ETL testing, of course, ETL administration, yeah, and ETL support. There are 4 roles involved in the entire ETL landscape. What are those? ETL administration, developer, tester, and support. Don't go into the support projects, and of course, you would be leading a happy life in the support project, but you never learn any new things. So means you would be little behind the actual, running race, enter the world. Yeah. So little, just go with the development or go with the testing. Then, yeah, after 5-6 years, and you would have some support knowledge. Yeah, you go with that, no problem. Yeah, you can settle down. But thing is, initial career starting, then don't simply stick to the support project. Always, try to get the development project. Okay. Clear?
Okay, Nabil.
Clear, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will learn all these technical things. Yeah, even though I'm showing as a paint, definitely we will work as practical as much as we can. So every day I start with a new topic, and then we have the new logics, and then how the real world is expecting and what to need from our side. Yeah, we will discuss all these things practically. I'll give you 5-10 minutes and understand the topics. Then yeah, go with the practical examples, and then you can start working on the actual assignments. Okay, so classwork, it's a kind of classwork as well as homework. Yeah, so both will be there in your entire course agenda. So let me know if you have any other expectations apart from what I have explained so far from the course point of view. So there is a POC, which is a mini project, which I will give you, and resume preparation, and then interview support. For example, interview support means don't think that I will attend your calls. Not like that. It is about I will give you the ideas about how to crack the interviews. Yeah. Suppose the first interview you could not able to crack it. Just make note those questions which are not able to answer by you. Then let me know. I will guide you. But remember, most of the questions, 90% of the questions we discuss in our course would be in your interviews, because I know the panel point of view, because I had worked in panel as well, interview panel. So I know how they're asking, how the questions would be. Yeah. So I would share all these things as a soft copy of the documents. So definitely you don't regret that you could not able to answer the questions. Okay. Trust me, you just need to focus on the practice. Then definitely you can crack the interview with the technical things. Okay. Yeah, even your lack of communication, that's fine. It's nothing to bad about that, because everybody is not communication is not good, and that's why you're not selected. No, not like that. If the technical people are required, you don't need to speak every day in the calls. Yeah, so you would need a technical thing. Slowly you can grow up with the communication thing. Then you can forward with the management level. But in the initial stage, Nothing to worry about a communication gap or communication issues. You just fly with the flow, whatever the technical things you have, and just follow the same instruction which I'm sharing, then you can definitely crack the interview. Okay. So the agenda would be like this. Yeah. The timings would be different. I will change it, but right now, so I'm not sure this. We'll change it later on. So this is the agenda. Configuration, security point of view, what is LDAP and what is Informatica access. Yeah. So client tools, tools point of view, what are and what how to execute the jobs and workflows, all these things. Yeah. And then transformations. That's what I was asking. I was saying this business logics, different business logics, and yeah, and somehow you can see procedures, and somehow you can see lookup transformation, increment aggregation. Yeah. So deployments, code deployment, performance unit techniques, bottlenecks fixing, and understanding worklist matrix. Different types of mappings, type 1, type 2, type 3. So, and the project guidance, resume preparation, and questions. Yeah. So, post completion of the uh, topic number 32, yeah, I would give you the project. So, then we can come back with the project completion. So, I'll give you some 1 week time and you can complete it. Then you can come back with your questions. Okay. You want to have discussion, you can connect me over WhatsApp. Post completion of the course as well. Nothing to worry. Okay.
Okay.
So this would be a sharing. Of course, apart from this, soft copy is already there. I prepared all the documents in a PDF like this. For example, how to create a mapping. Yeah, and you can open this map, PDF. Even if you don't want to see the video or you don't want to work on by watching the video, then you can simply go to the PDF document. So you can see each and every step already mentioned. Yeah, you just simply go through this. So the version would be old version of the PDF because it's 9.5.1. Yeah, you just need to change the 10.4 or 10.2, whatever the version you have. I will explain that how to deal this. And almost all the topics you can have the PDF files. Okay. Apart from that, there is the interview scenarios. Interview questions are different. Interview scenarios are different. Scenarios are you need to build a pipeline or you need to build a mapping. Okay. So these pipelines you need to build from the scratch. That's what the questions and scenarios are built up. Yeah, I will give you the idea whenever you get stuck into the on the issues. Yeah, or when you try to do the development, you got some issue. Yeah, you can just discuss me in the class, or you can connect me over the offline with a snapshot. Yeah, so while doing practice, definitely you get issues. You can just snap me the issue, then we'll connect. Or I'll call you. Otherwise, you can ping me. Yeah, I'll reply back with the solutions. Okay, that's how we can learn. Yeah. Apart from these questions, you're getting a new question in interview. What you do? You just prepare the document, or you just give the questions as a document, list of questions, and then I will prepare the document with the screenshots, how to build up or how to get the solution for the new question. So you would be prepared for the next interview, because the first interview you got some issues, you could not able to crack it. That's fine, leave it. We'll come back, we'll bounce back with a new solution, right? Otherwise you cannot keep move on. That's what in fact that's the main motto, to complete the course. And yeah, definitely you complete the course, but you're not able to crack the interview. You just make note those questions, why the questions are not, you could not able to answer it, why you're not doing that. You need to verify. Otherwise you need to, if you don't review those things, definitely you cannot achieve it. Yeah. It's not, it's not a scary thing. It's a revised thing where, you can review your questions and you can come back with your solutions. If not, I'm here to help you. Okay. And some of the assignments, you can see here, some of the assignments I already prepared the documents with the POC steps as well. POC is a mini project. So definitely I will share all these things. Yeah. And I'll share the ETL testing also, but I don't think it would be required for you. POC, which is a mini project, I'll give you the project as well. You just need to practice on it. Okay. And yeah, theory part. For example, you would like to learn aggregate transformation. This is the theory part. Yeah. And practical, you go to PDFs, so aggregate transformation. That's why, that's the way where we can learn the topics and improve ourselves. Otherwise, that's what I'm saying. You cannot crack the interview. Yeah. Even if you crack the interview, if you don't practice here, that will be difficult when you go with the project. Yeah. So be prepared and be ready with your interview plus and the project. That's why we can continue. Yeah. Or we can learn the things continuously. Okay. Hope I cleared your doubts, or still if you have, we have 13 minutes left. We can discuss. It's open forum. You can ask me questions or your doubts.
Yes, sir. Is SQL and Informatica the same?
हाँ मतलब बेसिक चाहिए आपको, बेसिक सीखना पड़ेगा। एसक्यूएल मतलब विदाउट एसक्यूएल, बिना एसक्यूएल आपको थोड़ा इश्यू लगेगा इन्फॉर्मेटिका में, तो इसीलिए मैं कहता हूँ बेसिक एसक्यूएल सीख के आइए ताकि इन्फॉर्मेटिका में सिखाऊंगा। मतलब इसमें उतना पंगा नहीं है, सो यू कैन जस्ट गो विद मतलब दो तीन घंटे में हो जाएगा एसक्यूएल डेवलपमेंट।
ओके।
मतलब पूरी लिखना है, कैसे लिखना है, वो सब चीज आप कर सकते हैं। You can perform it. Look, it's not that much complicated thing in the real world. It's a database. You need to read from the data, a table with writing a syntax. Very simple one.
Okay, sir.
Okay, guys. So see you then tomorrow. I mean, next class. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.